This is the HAAS VM2 milling machine. So it's a mold making machine. So it's super rigid, and it's got a really big footprint. So it gives us a lot of freedom to make same day or same week progress on not only R&D projects, but when we need to make something for other machines or make improvements to our grinding operation, this is how we can quickly go from idea, concept to real life part without having to send it out to another shop.
And so when we're saying mold making machine, this machine is developed for sort of one-off product development level type stuff.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
Yeah, I mean, when they say mold making, it's really just that this is HAAS's most rigid milling machine. So we can really work with hardened steels, like our knife steels, and we can, when we need to make fixtures that are big blocks of steel, this is rigid enough to handle that.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
So mold making is when you're making a hardened steel mold, usually for like injection mold.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, yeah.
Yep.
But we, of course, are going to use it for prototyping, but then we'll just use it in production as well.
Yeah, like this is the engine to not only our prototyping, but I think our in-house processes for how we make all of our products. This machine will, I think, slowly become indispensable for all of that.
Yeah. And so, Erin, give us the 101 on what is a milling machine. Like, what does this thing do?
So this is a 3-axis machine. So it's got a X, Y, and Z. So this whole sled here, this whole table moves left, right, forward, back, and then this big spindle here, this big 20 horsepower spindle, moves up and down to give you your 3 axes of movement. And then there's lots of room for not only automation in a future with a machine like this, but you can also stick a 4th axis in here, which takes your part and rotates it so that you have a rotary movement and then your X, Y, and Z. And with the combination of those 4 axes, you can pretty much make any 3-dimensional part that you want.
So what this is adding for us is we have CNC routers, which will cut, we use them to cut G10, they'll cut plastic, they'll cut aluminum.
Yeah, softer metals.
But steel, particularly hardened steel, we don't have a machine that we can 3-axis machine with for metal parts. We do have a CNC blade grinder that we use to put the bevels on the blades, but this just gives us the opportunity to make any shape we can imagine.
Right. This is cutting chips, which is in the milling world, you're cutting pieces of metal. It's not dust. We're not grinding. We are cutting. So it allows for faster material removal, and is really great with like aluminum, especially. We can really hog out a lot of material at one time for making fixtures and things like that.
Yeah. And so, why did we get it? One, Erin and I's goals that may not be financial for New West KnifeWorks are, we can make anything in the world we can imagine. Yeah. And this has taken us much closer to that place of, again, maybe not necessarily the products that we manufacture, but we have the capacity to make anything. It also is going to allow us to prototype a lot faster. And so, for example, if we want to prototype a new knife blade, to set up the grind on our CNC grinder is hours of setup time, and you have to build a fixture just to do that operation. Whereas this, the boys, I make it sound easy because I don't have to do it, but the boys can program it, find a sort of simple way to hold it, and we can make a one-off sample of a hardened blade that is perfect to spec that we can then test a lot easier. The other thing we're going to do quickly in production here is the next generation of our Glory folder, which our generation that we've made for years, we had the parts precision machined by another vendor who does CNC milling. Now we can do it all in-house. Allows us to make changes rapidly, allows us to develop rapidly, and then over time, once we pay for this incredible piece of machinery, it will also make it more cost-effective for us.
Yeah, and we can integrate all, something like a pocket knife, you're making all these different parts work in conjunction with each other, and the precision required is immense. So being able to do that all ourselves and be able to make the adjustments so that each component works with every other component is almost impossible to do when you're buying them from different places. So you almost have to be able to do it yourself.
Talk to us about the precision of this machine, Erin.
Yeah, it's in the 10 thousandths. So a piece of paper is 5 thousandths. That's magnitudes larger than the precision that this can do. This can do, 0.3 of a thousandth. So about 1/3 of 1,000th of an inch is about the accuracy.
What is the math? So 15, is that right?
Jeff, is the accuracy of this 0.3, or is it better? It's about right.
0.3 of a thousandth. A paper is 5 thousandths. thickness of a piece of paper.
Yeah.
So
You can't see the tolerances that this machine is capable
it's also
of
even
doing.
just very hard to measure
Yeah.
how small that is.
Not only that, but it's doing that repeatedly. So, you know, you're putting a part in the next day maybe, and you're still getting that part at 0.3 of a thousandth out of this machine.
Awesome.
The next day.
What's a tool changer?
Right here. So this particular mill is set up with 30 different tools that
Go
you
right
can
in
set up that do different things. So all the way from maybe you have an end mill that's a 1/16 of an inch in diameter, and then you've got this face mill, that's able to give perfect flat surfaces at like a 3-inch diameter.
So you can see these are different tools.
Yeah. There's some cool ones too. This one blows off with like a propeller, blows off all your work to clear it out. And this blasts water just to clean off your. So there's all kinds of things you can do. It's programmable as well. So you can have it blast it with air, blast it with water. Very cool machine.
Yeah, so, I was just thinking about the non-economic reasons. As an example is, I snowboard and I have this backcountry setup that uses hard boots, which is not a very common thing. And I've done it for 30 years. So I'm like, the bindings available to do the thing are not as good as I know that I'm going to talk Erin into designing and then making on this machine. Because to be able to have your own one-off snowboard bindings that are better than anyone else in the world has,
yeah,
awesome. Again, it's not a big business. I'm not thinking about getting in the business of that, at least not yet. But
just getting to make your own
have
stuff.
Toys to make your own stuff is awesome.
So yeah, I mean, maybe one more thing to add is like when you have a machine like this and you put all the work into something like a fixture that's going to hold a knife, and then let's say we wreck that fixture, it gets destroyed, you get to make a new one by pushing a button. And there's a lot of value in it being able to replace parts and fixturing and things that you need in a knife shop more quickly than having to start over from scratch. So we're really looking forward to being able to do that with this.
Yeah, so like fixturing is a term we use to hold the part. So we use it in lots of different ways in the manufacturing process, and really in manufacturing and machining, it's like the whole thing. It's not how do we cut the thing, it's how do we hold the thing
and the repeatability
to then cut the thing. And so the other big thing for this is the fixtures that we use to hold the blades while we grind them in our other CNC machine. In the past, we had or we still have it, but a Bridgeport manual old school mill that took way more time and energy, and everything was a one-off and was very limited in what we could do with it. Whereas this immediately is going to allow for us to make some changes to our overall fixturing program that is going to help with
quality of the part,
repeatability. Removing grind material is the biggest thing, like is a struggle when we're grinding stuff, is what you grind away gets back into the system and messes up the next knife that comes along. And so the boys have a whole idea about how to make that better, but we didn't have the machinery to actually make the fixture to test it until now. I mean, at the end of the day, besides making new products, which is Erin and I's favorite thing to do, it allows us to make what we make better.